The next things we are going to discuss is proxy. Okay, so whenever we begin with Veeam Backup and Replication, we have to look forward for the two things. One is backup proxies, and the second is backup repositories. So backup proxy is important. When you click on the backup proxy, you're gonna find file backup proxy and VMware backup policy. Because I'm using a VMware backup platform, so I will be the option is for VMware backup proxy. In case if you are using Hyper-V, you're going to see Hyper-V backup policy. So when I go and click on the property for this, here you're going to see the name of the server, but there is a transfer mode and mine is right now virtual appliance. If you go to the choose, by default it is on the automatic selection. So there are three: direct storage access, virtual appliance, and network. Okay, so let us talk about these three before I begin with those. Okay, so in the proxy server, there are transport mode. How the one is direct storage, second is a virtual appliance, and third is a network one. Let's open the Veeam backup sites. So it's a help center Veeam backup. You can check this URL. Transport mode. Transport mode is job efficiency and time required for a job completion. Greatly depends on the transport mode. How long it takes for your backup to be done. If you are taking a file backup or a virtual machine backup or a what kind of backup you have been taking and how long it takes, it totally depends on the transport mode. The transport mode is a method that used by the Veeam data mover to retrieve Veeam data from the source and write data to the target. So then it's completely depends on it taking data from the source and writing it to the target. Okay, replicating it or backing it up. So if you are backing it up, it will back up from your storage to whatever places you want to back up and you restore it is vice versa. So there are three basic transport mode. The first is direct storage. Direct storage access mode, Veeam backup and replication read writes data directly from the storage system where VM data or backup are located. So I'll show you here. This is a physical proxy. So if you have a direct, you are connected to your, it goes connected to your host, and from the host it goes to the storage. Okay, so in if you give directly access to your storage, so it will directly take your uh, backup file from the storage, VMDK file. It will take in both only iSCSI and NFS if you are using the direct storage, not with the fiber channel. In that case, you need to have a virtual proxy, and virtual proxy can be installed into the virtual machines only. Virtual machine 1, 2, and 3. Now the next one here, that's a virtual appliance. Now these are the jobs for virtual appliance. If we have been taking backup, replicating, VM copy, quick migration, entire VM restore, VM disk restore, and replica failback. So virtual appliance transport mode is there. The virtual appliance mode is not so efficient as a direct storage access, okay, mode, but provide better performance than network mode. Okay. So the virtual appliance mode is recommended if the role of backup proxy is assigned to a VM. So if backup, if this is a proxy, then it is efficient. If any of those virtual machine is a proxy, then only is a virtual proxy. If this assigned to a physical one, no, it's not efficient. In the virtual appliance mode, Veeam Backup and Replication use VMware's SCSI hot-add capability that allow attaching device to a VM while the VM is running. So that's the hot-add feature is there. During backup replication or restore, disk of the process VM are attached to the backup proxy. VM data is retrieved or written directly to the data store instead of going through the network. So that's a plus point, and these are the things we can do, and that's the requirement for this mode. Let's go to the third one, that is a network mode. Network mode is basically having a limitations to the network. Network mode can be used with any infrastructure configuration. In this mode, data is retrieved via ESXi host over LAN using network block device protocol. The network mode is not a recommended data transfer mode because of low transport speed over the LAN. To take the load of the LAN, Veeam Backup Replication provide two alternate modes. There's a direct mode or virtual appliance. First go with the direct or second virtual appliance. The network mode is only applicable mode when the backup proxy role is assigned to a physical machine and the host uses local storage. So he's saying like this is the host and this host is using local storage and proxy is a physical proxy. Then for the network is, in my case, I'm using my storage into the local host and proxy as a physical. So how are you going to change all of these options that we have seen? This is your proxies. You can simply add proxy, add a VMware proxy or a Hyper-V proxy or a file share. I already have a VMware proxy for the same. Go to the property, and if you go choose, there is a automatic selection, that is a direct storage access. If you click on direct storage, then go to the connected data store, go to the manual selection and add, and these expand them, select both of them by using control function, click OK, that's it. Go next, wait for some time, and that's it. So now you can go to the manage traffic rules, and that allow you to use a lot of features. Name is Mukesh, encrypt network traffic and throttle network traffic too. You can set up the speed 3 Mbps, whatever the time, or you can throttle the speed on Monday like that to that timing, office busy hours where people need, you know, so that you can select. Plus, if you go to the network, you can set up a network here by using network address and subnet, like for example, and go okay. So if you go to the manage traffic rules, there you can add it. Source IP, you will find source IP to be here, and that's how it works. You simply apply that. So my Veeam backup proxy right now, let me go back, and I am selecting the direct storage access. You can leave it or to the automatic selection if you want, and here also automatic selection. Click on next. It will validate your server. Manage traffic rule, remove. I am removing the traffic rules. Encryption, you can keep the encryption enable, and throttling is removed, not required as of now. So it is almost implemented and finish, done. So this is how you can configure your backup proxy. And if you want to make virtual machine your backup proxy, say VMware, and you simply click on add new Microsoft Windows, and you have to type the IP address of your virtual machine and then go next. Right now, I do not have any. Thank you very much.